Welcome in, everybody. How is your afternoon? How has your day been? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. We've already got a few of you in here already. Welcome in Richard, welcome in Eustace Barmy Army, welcome in Callum, and welcome in Beza. Hope you are all doing okay. But shall we just make a start then on what has been quite an interesting day in terms of news for Derby County, with a lot of stuff going on at the moment. And obviously we are awaiting for confirmation of deals, which I'm sure I'm going to get asked about across the course of this live stream. But while we wait for confirmation, let's just have a chat. Let's talk about what's going on in the Derby stratosphere. You'll probably notice a few things have changed on the screen. And if any of you are graphic designers and would like to help me, please go and DM me over on Twitter, please, because I want to do something for my watch-alongs, but I don't have a clue how to do it, to be completely honest. Appreciate that, Jamie. Hope you're okay, mate. But right, let's get into it. Right, so first off, I'm all right, Richard. Hope you're okay, mate. How are you doing? Is Travis and Johnston basically done now? Yes, pretty much. Hey up, Lewis. Welcome in, Beza. Hope you're okay. Lewis, is the Johnston deal officially done? It is on the way to being done. Welcome in, Rui. Hope you are okay, mate. Let me know how you're feeling down in the comments. What's the chances? What surgery can join Derby? Whose surgery? I'm guessing Travis has had his medical. No Eustace press conference. What is the thing you want to do for watch-alongs? Give me a second. Travis slipped over the medical out for 3 months. Surely Canos, the former Brentford player, is too good for us. And Eustace Barmy Army, Derby are interested in Dobra from Chesterfield. Right, so let's get into it. So the latest update with obviously Derby County, Travis and things like that. So in terms of the what I want doing for watch-alongs, if you stay in the stream, I'll talk about it a little bit later on. But let's just go through the transfer situation. Let's discuss that situation and let's sort of go from there. So simply enough, Scioto is now officially signed for QPR, which is fair enough. We knew that was coming. In terms of Johnston, I think Johnston will be done towards the end of the week, probably Wednesday. I think Travis will be announced tomorrow, if I'm completely honest. Obviously, deals, personal terms have all been agreed for Travis. And in terms of Travis as well, I believe he's done his medical as well. Johnston, the fee has now been agreed. Personal terms are the situation that we're going through at the moment, and that's expected to be done in the next 24 hours. So hopefully that will be something that will be announced over the course of the next day or two. I'm hoping so anyway. I'm not entirely sure if it will be done in the next day or two, but I'm just hoping that it is. I think Travis will certainly be done before the weekend, but in terms of other potential moves, I'm not entirely sure. But it's very, very important that we sort of look at stuff like that. We look ahead to the likes of Burnley that's coming up and things like that. But let's get into it. I have experience making thumbnails and edits and things, but don't have access to Twitter. Beza, do you have like TikTok or something? You can DM me over there. Any news on Koki Scioto? Scioto has now joined QPR. Great signings. Yes, they will both be very, very good signings. Do you reckon that we get done tonight? And if we do get done tonight, what's the chance of them playing tomorrow? I doubt, if any of them are announced today, I doubt any of them play tomorrow, if I'm completely honest. Maybe admin going to announce both on the same day. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking that it'll probably be Wednesday. If Travis isn't announced tomorrow, my expectation is Wednesday. Everyone like up? Yeah, everybody hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell and all things like that. If you are on Twitch or if you are on TikTok, make sure you hit the follow button as well. Obviously, helps out the channels on all platforms and things like that. And obviously, if you haven't done so already, make sure you check out the likes of CD Keys, Kitbag, and NordVPN down in the comments. But right, let's talk about. Obviously, you can drop your. Will you do a live stream when the next signings are announced? Yes, I will be live when all signings are announced, unless it happens sort of straight after deadline day. Is this lad from Chesterfield any good? Never heard of him. Yes, he's good, but I don't personally think we're actually in for him. We've been linked with a move for Dobra for the last 2 or 3 years. I am going to make a video on it and discuss it probably at some point tomorrow, maybe. I might have to bring my Canos video forward, but we'll get into that on another day. Now, obviously, if you're in the TikTok chat, that is over here. The YouTube and Twitch chat is over here. But right, so in terms of transfers and moves and everything that's going on for Derby County and what they need to do next, we've obviously we're set to bring in Johnston and Travis, which is brilliant. Canos is a move that really needs to be made because we need players that can play on the wings, and Canos can do that as well as play centrally, which I think is really important because you can rotate through sort of the figurehead and things like that. Now, in terms of what I think Derby are going to do next, I definitely think it's going to be those wide areas, but I think we've got to move players on. That's the problem that I'm sort of facing at this current moment in time, is that I think Derby County need to move players on before they bring people in. And that's sort of making this situation that we're in right now with Johnston and Travis heading our way, that I don't necessarily think those as many deals as there could be done across the course of the next few days or towards the end of the transfer window, if we don't make those moves outside of it, then we're in a really bit of a difficult situation in putting those deals together and making sure we can register players and things like that, because you don't want problems with players who aren't necessarily in the squad and things like that, if that makes sense. I know it's obviously a difficult sort of circumstance to deal with, and John Eustace obviously wants the best squad available, and that may mean that Ben Osborne has to play for the B team. It may mean that Joe Ward sits in the B team. It may mean that you've obviously got the likes of who else could play in the B team? Craig Forsyth, something like that, which obviously sort of creates a situation that you don't necessarily want to deal with, where you've got senior players that are sort of not happy with the fact that they aren't playing football. But that is sort of part and parcel of a transfer window. I do think Derby County will get moves done in and out, but obviously you can let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments. The guy Dobra from Chesterfield scored for them against us in pre-season last summer and also in the EFL Cup. Yeah, Dobra is decent. I just don't quite know if he's championship level, in my opinion. What's the chances of us just signing a player when we have no information about the interest beforehand? Carlton Morris is your prime example of that. We didn't get any sort of inkling that that was going to happen until about, maybe 12 hours before it was announced, which, in my opinion, is exactly what you want with signings and things like that, because you don't want to have to worry about... you don't want it leaking, essentially, which is obviously part of the problem that we've had before in the past with moves like that. But obviously, anything could happen across the course of a transfer window. Any players could arrive, any players could disappear as well. But we're going to have to sort of wait and see what happens with that one. But let's take a look then. Score predictions for tomorrow night. Obviously, Derby County face up against Burnley in the EFL Cup. I think, is it round 2? Yeah, it's round 2, isn't it? Obviously, Josh Vickers did amazing in round 1. I get the impression that we're probably going to go out tomorrow, if I'm completely honest. What is going on? Why is Streamlabs just delete that? Hang on a second. Give me 1 second, Beza. Why is Streamlabs just deleting all the messages? Give me 1 second. Let me just take Streamlabs out. Right. Can you put your messages back in chat? Because Streamlabs has just deleted everything. Apologies for that, Richard and Beza. Big apologies. I didn't mean for that to happen. I don't know why that's happened, to be quite honest with you. But look, it's just an idea, but you could have a face cam and have your channels going around the face cam and put the chat on the right. Keep the sponsors where they are. Yeah. Team prediction for tomorrow night. I'm going 4-2-3-1. Vickers, Rooney, Sanderson, Bart, Osborne, Ozo, Thompson, Ward, Vyman, Clark, Brown. I think we'll scrape 0-0, win 5-4 on penalties. Decent. What is this? So Streamlabs is essentially the platform that I use to stream. And obviously they they have like a moderator, which I didn't realise was going to do what it's just done, if I'm completely honest with you. So let me just go on over. When's Travis getting announced? I'm anticipating it will happen within the next 24 to 48 hours, if I'm honest with you, Reese. Let's go moderation. Streamlabs doesn't like long messages me. I don't know if you can change the setting. I'm going to take a look now. Paragraph protection. Here we go. Let me turn this off. Right. I think we should be okay now. I think for things like, I think for long messages and stuff, you should be fine. Commercial block words, change chat mode, blah, blah, blah. There we go. Right. So I think we're sorted out with Streamlabs now. Is the Streamlabs thing sorted? Yes, I think so. Appreciate the follow, Reese. Hope you're okay, mate. Welcome in, welcome in. What's the latest? We have heard of the new signings. So Johnston's deal is pretty much done and dusted, just awaiting medicals and things like that. You've then got Lewis Travis, which is on the edge of being done as well, which is obviously, he's had his medical across the course of the weekend. Not entirely sure why it hasn't been announced today, but we'll see what happens across the course of that as well. Obviously, in terms of random question list, but why do you always wear a cap? I don't know. I've just always worn a cap. I don't know. Welcome in, Monty. Hope you're okay, mate. I don't know why I wear a cap, to be honest, Richard. But in terms of Seoto, he's obviously gone to QPR now. You've got, who else? Sergi Canos is a deal we're waiting to sort of see where that goes as well. Score prediction for Newcastle-Liverpool tonight. I think it'll be a cracker, 2-2. I think Liverpool are going to win 3-0. I'm not going to lie. I think Liverpool are going to absolutely smash out that game, to be quite honest with you. I think they are just the better team. I think they've put themselves in an unbelievable position. Cuba, the cap is your trademark. It is. The cap is the trademark for me. So it will be interesting. It has to stay. I've got a couple of different caps that we're sort of going along with across the course of this channel and things like that. Obviously, let me know your thoughts on all of that down in the comments. Come on, guys, get subscribing. Yeah, exactly what Richard said. Follow, subscribe, whatever platform you're on. Help me get to 2,700 on YouTube. We're looking to hit 2,400 on TikTok and on Twitch. We're just trying to get partner, which I think you need to average like 3 viewers or something, and have like 25 followers. So obviously, you can sort of go and help out on those platforms. Are we going to get that Koki Seoto? Seoto has joined QPR now. So at the moment, that is a no-go. I think he's joined them on a permanent as well, so I wouldn't anticipate it, if I'm completely honest with you. Random question, Lewis, but what do you edit your videos on? So at the moment, I do a lot of my editing on CapCut, but I do plan on sort of moving away from that over the course of the next few months and probably going on to Adobe Premiere Pro. But at the moment, we're sticking with CapCut for the time being, just because it's a really easy platform to use. I don't use Twitch, to be honest, but I'll get it and subscribe on there. Yeah, I really appreciate that, Cuba. You'll probably pop up on the screen when you do that as well. So that will probably make you happy. What is going on over here? Brewster's an amazing signing, and the fact he's free is crazy. Absolutely agree. Really like Brewster. I'm sort of unsure whether he'll play tomorrow or not, but we'll sort of have to wait and see. I'm sort of for like watchalongs and stuff. I don't know if any of you have seen what Goldbridge has for his watchalongs and things like that. Let me pull it up on screen for you. But I wanted something like this so that I can have like lineups on screen and stuff like that. But obviously at the moment I don't necessarily have that. Appreciate the follow, Laura. Hey man, hi, my headphones are broke. Can you reply to me in chat? Well, yeah, I can. Do you need some nice artwork for your channel in good price? Don't ban me. Not right now. Thank you. There we go. That's sorted. But obviously, what pictures do you have in your office? So this one is me and the missus in Cornwall. Over here, that's Ronaldo. That's me playing football. And then I've got like loads of random pictures everywhere else. Did you see the Bruno Fernandes penalty miss away at Fulham, blaze it into Rosehead, then goes, yeah, I'm not entirely sure what his thought process was with that, to be completely honest with you, mate. Like, genuinely, what is he, like, trying to do, and why is it the ref's fault? Can I get on, if I can get on this display, and then go on to, edit. Yeah, so let me just flip you over. Right, if you look, this is what I sort of want to do with like my Watchalong streams and stuff like that, right? Is I want to have like a subscriber count in the corner, which I've obviously sort of added. You look at like the lineups and stuff. I want something like this for the lineups, and obviously I know on TikTok you probably can't see this, but if you go on over to YouTube or Twitch or whatever, you will be able to see what's going off. But I want like the lineups. I want to be able to have like my sponsors in the corner. I can do this bit down the bottom, but I want to do all this. I just think it would work really well, if I'm honest. But obviously we'll have to wait and see if I can get that done. Just check my last message, mate. Worth a try before you pay for software. VDSC editor. Yeah, appreciate that, Cuba. I appreciate that. You could do something like Callum Fowler. What do you mean, Useless Barmy Army? My support Northampton Town since 2020. Appreciate that, Luke. Northampton have just signed Tyrese Forner, haven't they? Recently. So that would be a decent move. Random question though, but does your missus follow football as well? Yes and no. She used to have a season ticket with me a few years ago, but then obviously went to uni and didn't quite carry on sort of watching games and stuff like that. And obviously she's got a lot going on herself at the moment, so I don't sort of push it onto her. But I'm obviously absolutely massive with football and things like that. But yeah. She was a Derby fan. I've got pictures somewhere of me, her with like Tamori, Mount, things like that. No news yet. At the moment, Andy John, we are waiting for confirmation of regards to Lewis Travis and in regards to that of Max Johnston and any potential move for Sergi Canos as well. That's what we're waiting for at the moment. And obviously, I hope that will come over the course of hopefully this live stream, but I think it'll probably be more likely tomorrow or Wednesday. Hope Forner gets his career back on track at Northampton. Yeah, I do too, Richard, because I actually think that Forner was really good. I just think the problem was he just didn't seem to have that bite or that energy to sort of push himself forward, if that makes sense. And I just feel like there was so much more ability there. And I think he could have played in the Championship for us. And I think it was just a case of he just didn't want to. He didn't want to compete for his position. And he knew that with the signings of Kenzo that we bought in last summer, obviously Ibo Adams as well, then bringing in the likes of Marcus Harness, Ben Osborne, his position got very, very crowded. And obviously Chiwa came in at the end of the window as well. And it was one for me where I just wished that he could have... I wish he could have done a bit more, if that makes sense. I keep checking. I was so sure it was going to be today. Well, the rumour is that Travis has done his medical. His medical's completed. It's just about waiting for him to sort of get that, essentially tick the box, let's say. Welcome in, James. Hope you're okay, mate. Hope you are okay. Imagine we do a Spurs and Travis goes to another Championship club. Do you know something? Better not. Who is the most famous Derby player you've ever got a pictures with? Mine's got to be Eustace Barmy Army. I know he's not a player, but most famous person I have a picture with. Probably be Mount or Tamori, I'd have to say. You can't win a Champions League and not be considered the most important, the most famous. Do you know what I mean? But it would have to be sort of one of them. I've got pictures with like Marcus Olsen, Jaden Bogle and things like that. What are your thoughts on Eze to Arsenal? I think it's a bad move for Eze, to be quite honest. I don't think is what Arsenal need, if that makes sense. I can't believe all the salty Blackburn fans. Yeah, it is a bit odd, really. It is very odd, the situation that Blackburn fans are sort of doing to themselves. But yeah, in regards to Eze and Spurs, it isn't Eze to Arsenal and Eze to Spurs. I think Spurs made more sense, if that makes sense, because of the injury to James Maddison and things like that. It was just like, I'm not quite... I think he'll play at Arsenal, don't get me wrong, absolutely. But I think it just blocks the path for Max Dowman and Ethan Nwaneri, who are supposed to be like these up-and-coming great stars. And if you don't give them opportunities, it sort of puts you in a bit of a shit position, really. Max Johnston looks a bit like Phil Foden. Yeah, he does. Very much a Phil Foden lookalike. Max Johnston to the Rams. Here we go. Has something else been said or is that just because of what's happened across the course of the last couple of hours? Beza, let me know in the comments. But we're in a decent position with Max Johnston, with Lewis Travis. There's still work that needs to be done. I can see Osborne going to Wigan or Bolton. Definitely something that could happen. Like, I would never write it off. I think especially when you look at trying to make those moves for Derby, you sort of look at where is Osborne going to fit, and realistically, it's not in our first team. And obviously, he wants to play football, which sort of is one of those things that it's not going to happen if he stays here, in my personal opinion. But we're sort of going to have to sort of wait and see sort of how that progresses throughout the window and things like that. Now, obviously, those of you who might not already know, there was tweets put out in regards to Max Johnston earlier on today. I'll read them out for you in just a moment. And the tweet was a latest update from Anthony Joseph. Derby County agreed a deal worth £3.5 million for Sturmgat's right back Max Johnston. DCFC will pay an initial fee of 2.2 million and 1.3 with add-ons. They're in the process of personal terms with the Scotland International, talks at an advanced stage, and the expectation from P. O'Rourke was that that deal will probably be done within the next 24 hours, as that is when he is set for his medical. So we are going to have to wait and see sort of how that progresses. But obviously at the moment we can't force the move to happen any quicker than it already is, but we will wait and see. Max Johnston and Travis Dunn, they are on the way. Newcastle have had a £50 million bid rejected for Jorgen Strand Larsen, but the weird thing about this move, Wolves have only just spent £40 million to sign him a month ago. Do you know something? Newcastle are doing whatever they can to replace Isak, and it's just not going very well, is it? Let's be completely honest. Trying to sign Isak just isn't working for them right now. I just had a mini heart attack. Thought we signed Johnston or Travis because I got a Derby County YouTube notification, but it was women's. Best way to know when we're going to sign someone is have the Twitter notifications on, because they normally post a little bit of a teaser around 5 to 10 minutes before the deal actually sort of gets announced and things like that. And then obviously you can spend the next 5 minutes or whatever checking the DCFC website for them to leak it a little bit earlier than they obviously want to. But that is part and parcel. Now, obviously, those of you in chat, which player are you more excited to see? Is it Johnston or is it Travis? I'm going to put a poll in the chat for you to answer over on YouTube. So if you are on TikTok or anything like that, make sure you head on over to YouTube. But yeah, put a vote. Go and answer the vote. Yeah, Travis, Andy Jump, decent. I think Travis is a player that we need. These two are good signings for Derby. Good times coming for this club. Yes, I completely agree, Michael. I think we're certainly heading in the right direction. Did they post the signings earlier on the DCFC app? No, but sometimes before they actually announce the signing on the actual Derby County website, the article post comes up. It's not accessible. You can't like get on it, but sometimes it just pops up sort of like on the screen. So we'll sort of I always find it quite interesting to just sit there and wait for it to be announced where it's potentially on there. Did we sign both? We will be signing both. We will be, as it stands at the moment. Both players look as if they are heading to Derby County based on the latest moves and obviously the latest information that we have coming off journalists from respected sources is that both deals have essentially been done. We're just waiting for confirmation from the club and things like that, which obviously at the moment is what we're waiting for. And to be honest with you, I've been hoping that they're going to announce it at 6 o'clock on one of the days this week, but they have not done so yet, which is obviously a little bit disappointing. Appreciate that, Jamie. Hope you're okay, mate. I'm more excited to see Johnston. I think he'll be an exciting attacking fullback, but I think Lewis Travis might be more defensive, won't score as many goals. Yeah, I get that. I've moved to YouTube, lol. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, Wrestling Maniac. Don't know if I prefer the YouTube or TikTok streams. Currently watching on both. Well, that is helpful for the content. Getting the views on both, it's obviously helpful for me. Obviously, YouTube is helpful in a financial capacity. TikTok will obviously help boost the profile of the streams. Mark Johnston announced tomorrow. Yeah, I think they'll be announced tomorrow. I think the only one that sort of might not be announced tomorrow is what's it called? It's the move for Max Johnston. I think that's the only one that might not be. Have you already subscribed to the channel, Andy? Are you okay? Let me know in the comments. Appreciate you popping over. Peter Rook has confirmed that Johnston deal has been agreed. Yeah, he has. He confirmed that the deal has been agreed already and that we're essentially just waiting for it to be announced. Travis to be announced, I'm not entirely sure, Zach. I think in terms of Lewis Travis at the moment, the medical has already been done apparently, which I assume he has passed given that nothing has changed. Personal terms and all that jazz has been agreed as well. So in my personal opinion, it could be announced tonight. I just, at the moment, that is essentially what we're waiting for. Obviously, once it is announced, there will be a live stream that come up on the channel and things like that. So we will see if we can get them both in for obviously Saturday's game. Johnston on Sky Sports. Yeah, it's not quite been announced yet. Could both of them be ready for the Ipswich game? They could be if we get them in by, I think, Wednesday. Obviously, Eustace will want them to train a couple of times before they actually end up signing and things like that. So, I was born in Derby. Your channel helps me remember the birthplace. Oh, I really appreciate that, Jamie. Yeah, I'm subscribed. Appreciate that, Andy John. Appreciate that. We're obviously pushing for 2,700 subscribers at the moment. So we will wait and see how quickly that comes. Will you be doing a watch along for Ipswich away on Saturday? I know you'll be doing one for Burnley. Yes, the plan is, yeah. What link did you post? You didn't post a link. Do you know something? I think I'm going to have to turn this Streamlabs thing off because that shouldn't have happened. Right. I've took Streamlabs off moderator. I don't think I need a moderator right now. So what did you say? On FC25, my academy scout was somehow called C. Morris. I looked at his full name and it was Carlton Morris. Fair enough. I've what's it called? I've turned Streamlabs off. Don't worry about it, Beza. Where's Travis and Max from? So Travis is from Blackburn. He is English. Max Johnston is from Sturm Graz in Austria, and he is Scottish. Think Travis will be announced tonight. Johnston on Thursday. Could potentially happen. Now, when I go off around 7, I'm going off tonight. I just hope they don't announce it then, because my tea is on the way. So if you go off at 7 and it gets announced then, we're in a huge bit of problem. Streamlabs is back telling Beza to refrain from posting links. Yeah, I don't understand why it did that because there is no link in his post. So I'm not quite sure why it did that, to be honest. But don't worry, Beza, I've removed him. I've removed Streamlabs as a... as a mod, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It won't do anything for the time being. With it being a bank holiday, I'm not too sure. To be fair, QPR announced, what, 4 or 5 signings? Well, no, I think it was 3 today they've announced on a bank holiday. So, I don't know. It depends on what's done and what isn't. Wait until after 7 p.m. if you can see if there's any signs. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll go off straight after. What's for tea tonight? I'm having a naughty little chippy. I'm having a naughty chippy. I am. But yeah, I'll probably be on till like 5 past 7 or something like that, just in case the deal does then go through. Which 3? What do you mean? Used to spy me on me. What do you mean? QPR. They bought in Hayden, Scioto, and Norrington Davis from QPR. What's for tea tonight, Lewis? Random for me. It's a Greggs sausage roll and chips. Do you know something? You cannot go wrong with a Greggs sausage roll. You cannot go wrong. But I'm having battered sausage, curry sauce, and fries. Maybe a fish cake as well. Can't beat a chippy, battered sausage, chips and peas. You know something? You cannot beat a chippy. Chippy is one of the best takeaways you can have. It genuinely is. Right, let me know in the comments. What's your favourite takeaway? What's your favourite takeaway? Because I can't be the only one that's favourite takeaway is like pizza, like Domino's. But if I had to choose a takeaway, I'd probably have Chinese. Norrington Davis is terrible. Hayden we wanted. Yeah, Hayden was a player that we wanted to try and get in, but I think that was a backup option for what's it called? A backup option for Travis. If I'm completely honest. Indian, Chinese, the chippy and Matlock is amazing. Yeah, it is, Beza. Chinese, appreciate you lot all stopping by. Chippy or Chinese? Yeah, fair enough. Chippy. Hayden was always going to be a backup plan if we didn't get Travis. Yeah, I agree. I do agree. Vindaloo with sweet rice works a treat. Fair enough, Andy John. Fair enough, my friend. There's nothing wrong with a takeaway, is there? Now, let's be honest. Everyone loves a bit of an Indian. Everyone loves a bit of an Indian. Everyone loves a Chinese. Everyone a bit of a chippy. Right. Okay. So, if you were to have, let's say, a Domino's, right? What's your go-to order? What is your go-to order at Domino's? What do you have on a pizza? I know we're supposed to be talking about transfers and Derby and all that jazz, but ignore that for a minute. What's your go-to pizza? I need to know go-to pizzas because I need to know if we can have everybody in this chat because there could be a few problems arise. There could be a few problems that arise with some of these messages that could come in the chat over the course of the next minute or so. So be careful. Be careful with what your thoughts are on pizzas and your toppings because there's certain toppings that you can't have on a pizza. Meat finder, ham and pineapple. Oh, we could have a problem. Meatballs and spicy chicken, meat feast. Random question list, but what's your favourite football chant? I love all the LA chants with like deducted 21 points. I like the Liverpool version of it as well. Plain cheese pizza, barbecue sauce on the side, the chicken strips. I'm not quite sure about a plain cheese pizza. Not quite sure about that, but I understand some people don't like stuff. Hayden has gone to QPR. Yes, he has, TJ. Yes, he has, mate. He obviously is not joining Derby County now. Chicken tikka pizza, you know what? I gear that one. Just normal margarita, hate pineapple on pizza, just to settle the debate. Not the biggest fan of pizza. Do you know something? Not everyone is the biggest fan of pizza, and that is okay. You don't have to be a fan of pizza. I agree, Bez, a good order. Do you know something? Chicken strips. The chicken strips from Domino's are ridiculous. I love them. But you don't get enough. You don't get enough. And they're expensive as well. They are expensive. Meat feast, but usually. But I tried the cheeseburger one recently and it wasn't awful. Do you know, I don't think I could anticipate that one being nice. I can't lie. There's just something about that puts me off. I'm not quite sure what it is. Genuinely not quite sure. Domino's is overrated. I don't know. Pizza. Right, so Domino's or Pizza Hut? If you're having a pizza, Domino's or Pizza Hut? Because I'd go Domino's, but that's because it's closer to me than a Pizza Hut. But I guess Pizza Hut probably is better. But then it sort of depends on what you're after. It does. We should probably get back onto the Derby chat, really, shouldn't we? Oh, what's wrong with ham and pineapple? Lol, I had jalapenos. Do you know something? There's nothing wrong with ham and pineapple. I just don't know. I don't know if you sort. I don't like having like. Would pineapple be classed as sweet stuff on a savoury dish? I just don't know if I like the idea of that. Domino's all the way. Yeah, they're both good. Pizza Hut for buffet. Yeah, you can't go wrong with a Pizza Hut buffet. Someone's beefing in my TikTok comments about Lewis Travis. Not my Twitter comments. Hey ho. My Domino's comes from the one near the fire station. Fair. Chinese on top. Love a bit of Chinese. Whichever has a deal on. Pizza Hut has a deal. What's the Pizza Hut deal at the moment? Has anyone had battered Mars bars? I haven't had a battered Mars bar as it goes. Pizza Hut for the cheese bite things you can have on the crust. Fair. Domino's 100% for me for the taste of pizza. Pizza Hut for the price. Domino's way too expensive. Yeah, don't go wrong with that. Tomatoes are a fruit. Yeah, but they're not sweet though, are they? They're not sweet. Whereas I think pineapple's sweet. To be honest with you. But yeah, it's an interesting one. Lewis, have you seen Max Johnston has his medical in the next 24 hours? Yes, I've spoke about that on this stream. Obviously, decent move for us to get that in. I think that will be done on Wednesday. Travis signed tonight. It could happen. But obviously, we're sort of waiting for confirmation on that. Hayden gone QPR. Yes, he has. Pizza Hut, free large pizza when you order off the app. That is an outrageous deal. That is an outrageous deal. I don't know if you should put PH in the chat though. Some people might be thinking differently. But hey ho. Travis tomorrow, Johnston later tomorrow. They could both be done tomorrow, to be fair. It all depends on how long it takes for medicals and stuff. So I don't know if Johnston has had his yet. So what pizza would Eustace order, you reckon? Do you know he's definitely a meat feast? Eustace is 100% a meat feast. Deep fried Mars bar, try a tiny slice once, vomit, never do it again. That's my life advice. Fair enough. Still classed as a fruit, lol. If I'll back the pineapple all day. Fair. This is a crazy stream. We went from talking about signings to chippies and Domino's. Do you know something? I want to start doing other stuff on stream. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's amazing talking about Derby and talking about signings and stuff like that. But there's, 8 months of the year where there's no transfers going on or anything like that. So, for me, I want to try and find other things that I can do. Obviously, this Friday, NBA 2K 26 comes out. I'm going to be playing that on stream on Friday. Travis tomorrow, Johnston later. Yes. When's Travis confirmed? I'd imagine it'll be in the next 24-ish hours, maybe, if I'm honest. But we'll see. But yeah, in terms of like what I want to do with the streams, I want to sort of like, I want to get other stuff going. I don't just want to be sort of stuck in the same grind of just Derby, if that makes sense. But we'll see. You going to Burnley? No, but I will be doing a live watch along across the course of TikTok, YouTube and Twitch. So if you aren't at the game, make sure you hop in tomorrow. It's going to be a good stream, it is. And we're going to have to, we're going to hopefully pick up another victory. My wife likes to eat in the Pizza Hut for the salad bar. Yeah, the salad bar is decent at Pizza Hut, to be fair. Spoke to you this year about the Birmingham. Yeah, Birmingham decent. Birmingham are decent. If we don't get Johnston or Travis confirmed in the next 48 hours, I'm literally going to punch a wall. So long as they're training on Thursday, I don't care. Random question, but who out of the Derby squad would survive the longest on a desert island? For me, it's Zetterstrom or Langas or any of the foreign players, as they are used to being away. What's yours? Do you know something? If I'm completely honest, right, I'd probably say Selverson. I think Selverson would be the guy that would survive the longest. I just think that he's there's something about him. He's got the nature, the Viking nature. I don't know if you agree. You can obviously let me know down in the comments. What do you think of Sanderson so far? I think he's been poor. Can't wait to get Langas back alongside Clark. Yeah, I'm very much in the same sort of position. I thought he was much better on... what's it called? I thought he was much better on Friday, but then you can't have one game good, the rest terrible, can you? So we'll sort of see sort of how that develops for me. But we'll wait and see. Blackburn Tears are going to be stupendous. They absolutely are. And the thing is, I've just got a weird feeling that if we lose Zetterstrom, we're going to end up going for their goalkeeper. I hope we don't, but I've just got a feeling that will happen. Nando's or Venky's, lol. Maybe we should just do a live stream. Sorry about that. Maybe we should just do a live stream where we chat about life and random things. Yeah, 100%. Like, when I start doing the gaming stuff, I don't want people to be... I don't want people to be like put off from jumping in and watching, because as much as I'm going to be like playing a game or whatever, I still just want to talk shit about whatever. I'll still talk about Derby. I'll still talk about football and obviously whatever's going on the game. So realistically, even if you're not necessarily a gamer, I'd really like appreciate it if like you obviously all stop by and we could sort of see how things transpire, because it gives me a way to get content for my gaming channel without affecting anything on this channel, and it gives me a great opportunity to sort of expand the audience for the content that I'm sort of making already at the moment. But we're gonna have to sort of wait and see. Wasn't Zetterstrom being linked with a move away? Fulham, I think. Brentford, mate. It's Brentford. £3.5 million is the rumoured bid, but it hasn't been made yet, from what I'm aware. Tomo would survive. Needs less food in him. Yeah, but do you think that Tomo could build a tent or make shelter in the middle of nowhere? Do you think he could? I don't know. Can't wait for Rovers Derby. Yeah, it's going to be a massive game, especially the one at their place, because it's one of their anniversaries. It is. Zetterstrom was being linked to Brentford. Yeah, Zetterstrom isn't going anywhere. Fingers crossed. James Justin has just signed for Leeds, by the way. Great signing. Yeah, I really like James Justin. I think at one point he was supposed to become like the next big thing for England at like right back and left back, because he can play both sides, can't he? But it's one of those where obviously had a couple of injuries which sort of fucked him a little bit, and then ended up down in the Championship. Travis signing within the next hour or so. I'd love Travis to sign in the next hour, but I don't know if it will happen tonight. Why would he sit on the bench at a smaller club than Derby? Yeah, exactly. The best DCFG shirt, mine's the Puma EDS kit with the black sponsor. Yeah, that was a nice kit. That's a serious looking racing rig behind you, Gran Turismo. So I play F1, the latest F1 game, but it's not like a full rig. But I do plan on sort of getting a full rig, let's put it that way. But obviously they're not cheap. So it's going to take a bit of time to build up the fundage, and I don't really want to spend that sort of funds when I've got a holiday coming up over the course of the next few weeks. So we will sort of wait and see how that goes. Can you play FC26 on live stream when it comes out? Yes, I absolutely will be doing, Richard. FC26 will definitely be a game I will stream. Coronation Street or EastEnders, let's face it. We are the new Rovers return. Do you know something? I don't necessarily watch the soaps, right? But the missus does, and my mum does. I sort of get forced into watching Hollyoaks. Not that I necessarily want to watch it, but I kind of get forced by the missus so that she can talk to someone about Hollyoaks. But that's a completely different conversation. We love a 5 p.m. Announcement, don't we? We do, but we haven't had one for a while. We haven't. If we get through, or even if we don't, can you stream the Carabao Cup third round draw? I think it's on Wednesday night. Yeah, I will. I'll stream it if we go. I'll probably go live anyway and sort of have the stream on while I'm live on Wednesday night. I play COD at night and Fortnite with the kids in the day. Fair enough, fair enough. QPR signed Serrato. Yes, they did. I hate Hollyoaks, to be fair. It's weird. It is so weird, Will. Honestly, like, I don't know why my missus likes it, if I'm honest. But happy wife, happy life. That's what I've always been told. I live not far from Hollyoaks. Where even is Hollyoaks? Where's it like based and stuff like that? Not that it has any relevance to Derby County or anything like that. And I know that people have come in for Derby County, but we've got 40 concurrent viewers and we've been chatting shit about takeaways and Hollyoaks and shit like that. Any news on Canos? Nothing further from yesterday. I'd imagine something will probably start coming out across the course of like Wednesday and Thursday, if that deal is going to happen, because I think they'll be trying to sort of keep it low key heading into the game tomorrow. Think, to be fair, don't know why, but think our third choice goalkeeper O'Donnell would survive on a desert. Do you know something? Do you know, he is a bit of a... He's got that look about him, hasn't he? He has got that look about him as O'Donnell. Hopefully we get them both and a decent young winger. Yeah, I agree. If we can get in Johnston, Travis, get in Canos, and then get in a young winger as well, I think we're in a great position. It's based in Chester but filmed in Liverpool. Fair. Hollyoaks, Chester. Sometimes when there's no Derby news, I just see if there's leaks of the FC26 Derby County player ratings. Fair. Do you know, I need to pre-order FC26. I need to get it pre-ordered. So I get the icon and stuff like that. Bezza, you'll probably know. When have I got till to pre-order FC26 to get the icon and stuff? What's your favourite TV show or series? So, as long as they're not injured. Well, Canos is out until after the international break, but is back about the same time as everybody else. In terms of TV shows, series, I don't know if any of you know about the One Chicago series, where you've got Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, Chicago Med. They're really good. You've obviously got... what else have you got? All American, ITV. I think that's an American Netflix thing. I think that's quite good. Did watch Grey's Anatomy for a bit, but they killed off one of the main characters and it really annoyed me. FBI, another American thing. I watch... what else do I watch? SWAT. I think that's American as well. There's loads of stuff. And the missus is getting me to watch Love is Blind at the minute. Not a big fan. Tomorrow is deadline. Deadline for what? Oh, for the icon. No use, just pretty much. Doesn't seem to be one. There isn't one from BBC Radio Derby anyway. But I am going to... I'm going to put together a video before I go to bed tonight about injuries and stuff to go out first thing tomorrow. Because we're still in a sort of similar position anyway. Compared to the last presser and post Bristol City. You've obviously got... but there's obviously no sort of news on that. Could Travis play on Saturday? If he signs before 12:30 on Friday, yes. Could you potentially pre-order FC26 live on stream? I mean, I could pre-order it live on stream. I could do it right now, to be quite honest with you. I've got a link with CD keys, so I want to see if I can get it on there. FC... Where's FC26? FC26 Ultimate Edition. CSI Las Vegas for me. Yeah, my dad used to watch all the CSI shows. Why soon use it? Not sure what you mean. You can only pre-order it today, and I think it ends at like today midnight. Random question is, but what time are you going to bed? I'll be going to bed at like, I don't know. When will I go to bed? 9, 10ish probably. Depends. After I've eaten tea, it depends. If Travis signs, it'll be later because I'll have to do the Travis live and obviously discuss. I need to do an injury video for tomorrow. Right. I can't pre-order it on CD keys. I'm trying to make some money here. How much is it on Xbox Store, Bezza? I hope the missus ain't in chat. I'm going to get in trouble. I'm 100% getting in trouble if the missus is in chat. Let's see if I can do it this way. Add to cart. Right, I just need to make sure that none of you can see anything because I don't want to give away any details. Right. Pay by card. Right, we might be pre-ordering live on stream. We might be pre-ordering live on stream. Just don't tell the missus. What console do you play on? I play on Xbox. It's 10% for pre-order. Ultimate Edition, 90 quid. Hey big lad, sorry I'm late. Have I missed much? Do you know, Paul? You haven't. But do you know what you can tell me in the comments? You can tell me what your Domino's order is, and you can also tell me what your favourite like takeaway is. What was the last away game you went to? What, Derby away game or just away game in general? Let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. Approve. Right. If this works, then I could pre-order on stream. But it might not work. Because I tried to do this earlier and it didn't work. My last away game was Warsaw. Fair. Right, I need to check that this is... Yeah, it won't let me... Derby away game, went to Stoke and WA. So, the last away game I went to was Wembley, Villa's playoff, Derby Villa playoff final. It was. Now I'm baffled. Why are you baffled, Paul? Let me know why you're baffled. I went to the Hawthorns recently, Carabao Cup first round, crazy hot night, but worth it for that Ward free kick. Yeah, you're spot on. What are you baffled about, Paul? Talking about Domino's, do you think they'll wait for tomorrow to do 2 for Tuesday? Do you know something? It could be. It could be. Have you ever been to any other games other than derby matches, like any other teams, anything like that? So I used to follow. Well, I say follow. I used to be a part of. I don't know how to explain it. I used to be a part of like football college academy type thing where I went around with Alfreton Town's under-19s and I filmed some of their away games and stuff like that. So if we want to talk about realistic, what was my last away game, it was probably one of them. Will Ajimang start over my... He could do. West Brom for me. My second team is Gainsborough Trinity. That's a really... That's a shocking second team. I'm not going to lie, Will. Not what I anticipated. Are you watching Newcastle Liverpool? I probably will chuck it on. I know we're linked with Sergio Canos, but are we linked with any other wingers? Cade Gordon is the other one. Hope Newcastle win tonight. Got Burnley in my fantasy team. Fingers crossed. You asked about Domino's, lol. Oh, I get it. You want to know my order plus my best takeaway. Yeah. That. Pretty random. Yeah, it is pretty random, Will. Why Gainsborough Trinity? This has been the most random stream I think I've ever done. Do you know what, ladies and gents? Do you know what I'm going to do? Because I want to get the icon. Wait, Bezza, are you still in chat? Bezza, if you're still in chat, just type 1 or something. I need to ask you a question. Because I'm assuming you play Ultimate Team. Someone's beaming through the wall. It was the hottest game I've been to. Ridiculous. Score predictions for Grimsby, Man United. Is that... is Grimsby, Man United on TV? I might do a watch-along. Yes, right. Bezza, question. How important is the icon? Is it like I need, or is it just am I just being greedy? got to be a spicy meat feast, and my takeaway's got to be an Indian. What about you? So for me, my pizza order is pepperoni and bacon, but my favourite takeaway has to be a Chinese, I think. Very important. So is it worth? Because obviously, as you'll all know, I'm now affiliated with CD Keys. I can buy. Let's see if this works. I tried to do something earlier. Let's see if this works. Right. So, what's it called? I have. You get FC points. You see, I can get. See the on CD Keys you can get the points, but you just can't get the icon. Shall I put it on? Let me put it on screen. Hang on. I'll put it on screen so I can show you. FC 26 Ultimate Edition. Right, let me put that here. What have I just moved? Right, hang on. Hang on a second. Right, there we go. Right, let me put that here. You also get 6,000 FC points. So, let me put you onto this screen. Right, let me move my face. So, if you read this bit here, it said it doesn't include the bonus icon or player evolutions, but it's like 20 quid cheaper. Well, it's more than 20 quid cheaper, isn't it? So, how much is this pre-order costing you? On screen right now. On screen right now. Sorry to those of you if you're in TikTok. I know you can't see what's going on right now. I remember going to a job induction and 80% of the candidates said their favourite meal is Chinese. Do you know something? Chinese has to be one of the best takeaways that you can have. Like, no word of a lie. Yeah, I pre-ordered it Saturday. Decent, decent. So how important is the icon? Is it like life and death? Does it change anything? Or is it like just one of those? I don't know. The icon on Trading Ultimate Team, it's not alone. Grimsby Man United is on ITVX. I might watch Grimsby on live. I might. I'm not sure yet. Beza, what are the 5 icons you can pick between? It doesn't change much, but it's good to have. Yeah. Is half of it even Chinese cuisine, or is it just a blend of English? Yeah, it definitely is just a mix of both, isn't it? Let's not beat around the bush. See, because if one of the icons is like life changing, then it might be worth it. It might. Don't really. You also get early access too, so I think it's a week before. Oh, so if you pay for the extra, you get a week early access as well. R9. Do you know? Is it a set 5 you can get, or is it just any 5 of the icons? Do you get to choose? Like, what's the situation? It's Probs, Zlatan. I don't play FC if I'm honest. It's just too samey. Yeah, I didn't play it at all last year. I'm not gonna lie. It hasn't been leaked yet. So Beza, I've got a question. Do you think it's worth me paying the, say, 90 quid to get it? I don't know, it might be a pack. Oh, so it's not like a player pick. Let me go and do. Let me end that and let me do some research. Right. Let's end that. Right. We're still in chat. We're still in chat. Everybody's still there. There we are. You can choose from 5 specific loans. I've heard Derby sniffing around Polo One Shop Son. Where's he playing, Joe? You can choose from 5 specific icons and choose one. FC26 icon pick. Who's your favourite man? Mason Mount, Richard. Has to be Mason Mount. Pre-order. Right. I just want to know what the icons are. FC26 icon pick. Is Sergi Canos signed? Not yet, mate. Not yet. It's a pick and it's probably worth it. Saying you get 6k FIFA points. Right. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Right. We're gonna have to do a little something here. Let me switch my HDMI's. I'm gonna buy it. I'm obviously not gonna show you me buying it on stream because that'll give away card details. But I'm gonna buy it. 2 Chop FC. Have you ever missed a transfer deal because you were streaming? No. No one's signed since I've started streaming. How long are you staying live? I'm going to pre-order FC26. I'm going to bite the bullet. FC. I can just imagine that she's sat in chat right now, right? She's looking at me and she's thinking, what is he doing? What is he doing? Oh, Derby getting Sergi Canos. We're trying. We've apparently made an offer. I've just at you on Twitter about icons. Oh, appreciate that, Lewis. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up on the screen. From debut to champions, these icon ratings. These are their icon ratings. Debut items recognise their humble beginnings. You receive an icon. So, what icon do you receive at launch? Is it? Will it be like the baby icons, or will it be like one of the top ones? Might be getting you in trouble. Yeah, Bezza, you're definitely getting me in trouble with the missus. But we're biting the bullet. I'm going to stream it anyway, so I'll make a return. I can put it as a business expense. We just don't tell her that. We just don't tell her that. Let me do this. Right. Right. Everybody. I think it's baby icons. What? Baby but getting upgraded. So, will the icon get upgraded throughout the year? Is that what you're telling me? I need to read. I need to know what I'm paying for. What am I paying for? Right. Limited time only. Pre-order by 26th of August. Yeah. Pre-order ultimate icon player item. Untradeable for EA FC 26. Ultimate team 1 of 5 player icon for EA Sports 25. 7 days pre-access. Season 1 premium pass. 6,000 points. Right, I'm biting it. I'm biting the bullet. I'm biting the bullet. Right, right. Prime icon Connor Salmon. It wouldn't surprise me. I don't think Sergi Canos is signing for Derby. He might not. He's got an offer from LAFC. Yeah, right. So, Laura, just turn your eyes off. You're not going to know anything about this. It's baby icon that then gets upgrades over time. Right, decent. I'm doing it. 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 I've only just ordered food. I'll let you know. Appreciate that, Laura. You have no idea what I'm doing. Don't come and find out what I'm doing, please. Approve. I may have just approved a payment to stream. But we don't talk about that. Right. I might be getting myself in trouble. I want that. Doesn't need to be installed, doesn't need to be installed. Right, select that, install. Right. Right, just give me, I don't know which screen is my is that it? Yeah, no worries, Paul, no worries. So I've done a thing. I've done a thing. Boys and girls, I've done a thing. I've pre-ordered it. I've pre-ordered it. Also got NBA over here as well. I've done a thing. I've done a thing. Let's transition. Do I have a... I don't know how to use Discord, Beza. Do you know how to use Discord? Great shoe, Lewis. Keeping the Dublin Rams in the loop. Trying my best, Graham. Trying my best, mate. Doing everything I can to give everybody the information they need. Just tuned in. When will Travis be announced and Red Johnston is in advanced stages? So, unfortunately, the deals haven't been announced yet, as I'm sitting here right now. But moves are being made. Johnston needs to have his medical, which I think is happening in the next 24 hours. Travis, on the other hand, has had his medical across the course of the weekend, apparently. I'm expecting he'll probably be announced either tonight or tomorrow. But obviously right now, nothing has been agreed. Beza, I have a question for you. Right, before I ask this question, how old are you, Beza? FC20. It has been pre-ordered. Hope you're alright, Sonny. Hope you're getting on okay, mate. Yeah. I have pre-ordered it, Richard. I thought that's what you meant anyway. With Blackburn boss saying Travis at the club, that's pretty much, yeah, it is. Lewis, what do you reckon regarding investment? I think it's already happened. I'm not gonna lie, but obviously we've got to sort of wait and see, sort of whether it has or it hasn't. To be fair, we need a proper announcement to be able to talk about it. I've got some bits of information that I'm gonna put a video together for next week when I'm away. 50. So you know how to use. You're 15 and you know how to use Discord better than me. Beza, if you can create a server for me, I would really appreciate that. That would be very, very helpful. If you know what you're doing. Rovers fan in peace. When you reckon Travis announced? Very, very good signing for you. Welcome in, absolute Blackburn Rovers. Hope you're okay, mate. So, I think Travis will probably be announced tomorrow or Wednesday, to be completely honest with you. Okay. Appreciate that, Beza. Talks of David Tepper. He's been mentioned so many times over the last few years. He was supposed to buy us during admin. He was supposed to buy us before admin. And ultimately, he's never bought us. Do you want me to use the YouTube profile picture for the server? Yeah, do that, Beza. And can you Like, will I be able to, like, be in charge of it and that? Like, you can obviously, like, have control as well, but because you know what you're doing, I don't. But I think it would be good to have a server and, like, have, like, different sort of chats for, like, different games. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Lewis, who do you think will win League One? Luton. Luton is probably the one for me. Like, it all depends on Jerry. If Yates starts scoring goals, they'll piss the league. But if they don't, it could be interesting. What's League One looking like? You can gift ownership, I think. Right, brilliant. I think it'll be Cardiff, Luton, or appreciate that, Beza. Beza, do you want me to? Do you want my Discord? I do have a Discord account. Do I need to send you anything so you can like add me or whatnot? Because I can put my username or whatever in chat. Don't think Luton will require on Yates that much. They've got Naki Wells, who I think... Yeah, if Naki Wells plays, they'll score goals. 100%. Very, very good striker, isn't he? So, yeah. It will be interesting, though, because I think Yates has played the last few. Is that you saying, okay, do you want my username, Beza? Yeah. I think that's what my username is. Just give me 1 second. Discord user. Yeah. Let me just check that I'm giving you the right thing. Me. How do you know what your username is? I don't actually know how to figure out what it is. When is Ajimang fit? Ajimang is fit. He should be back in training this week, but I'm not sure if he'll play tomorrow. I think it's more likely he'll be involved Saturday than tomorrow, if that makes sense. Lewis, random question: what is one country you've never visited before that you would love to go to? You're gonna find out in just over a week. You're going to find out, Richard. So be here or not, you will find out. I'm doing a live stream from my location, from my hotel room. So there will be a stream. I think that's my Discord username, Beza. Lewis, I've never been excited about what's happening at Derby. It feels like when Lionel Pickens starts splashing the cash. Do you know something? It will be if Derby County start splashing the cash and start bringing good players in, then I've got absolutely no complaints. Absolutely no complaints. Beza, let me know if that username works. Because if that's not it, I'll have to figure it out. Lewis got to go, mate. Top live stream, random one, but still good to get everyone's opinions on it. Yeah, exactly, Richard. It is a very, very random one. But do you know something? We've held probably about 35 viewers the entire time. So it's brilliant that people are sticking around for this. Appreciate you stopping by once again, Richard. Hope you're okay, mate. And obviously, we'll see you. We'll see you tomorrow at some point. Apparently, Derby have inquired for Emmanuel Dennis. Let me take a look. Emmanuel Dennis. Can't spell his name. Is it capitals? Because it said double check the user's correct. Give me a second. If I showed you my screen. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Bezer, I've got it. I've got it. I've got it. If capitals matter, I think I've figured it out, Bezer. I think I've figured it out. Do. Obviously, let me know if that works or doesn't, but I think that's it. What's this Roof talk? Roof has got links with loads of other clubs. Lewis, it's easy to set up Discord, mate. I've got absolutely no idea how to set up Discord, so I've got Bezer doing it for me. I'm gonna get him to add me and then add me to the chat. Heard Derby, yeah, we are in terms of Roof. It's one of those where he's been training with us during pre-season. We're just waiting for whether he can stay fit or not, because he broke down after the friendly against Walsall, which obviously meant that getting a deal done was sort of back of everybody's mind. But he's got options elsewhere with Aberdeen, and I think Doncaster Rovers is another one. Isn't Dennis a Forest player? Yeah, I don't think it's true. I don't think it's true. I'm not gonna lie. The only thing I can see about it is a random guy. I'm not gonna lie. So I wouldn't anticipate it to be true, to be honest. Until I see something else, we'll just anticipate that it's fake. Right, we're waiting for Bezer to give me the green light. Oh. Do you know, it would be absolutely standard Derby for it's just saying Bezer, send me your username in chat. I'll add you so that you can then do it, if that makes sense. Food's here. Right. I am jumping off, guys. Bezer, if you drop your thing in the chat, I'll add you and then let me know when you've done it. How do I add someone on Discord? Invite more friends. Add by username. I've sent you a friend request, Beza. Right, Beza, message me on Discord when it, like, invite me to it on Discord. Bet you're having a Chinese. No, I'm not having a Chinese. I'm having Chippy. I'm having Chippy. Right. I'll catch you all later on. Beza, once it's done, add me in Discord and we'll sort it all out tomorrow on stream. Right. Love it. I'll speak to you all later. If you haven't done so already, hit like, hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I will catch you tomorrow. See you later, everybody. Bye-bye.